I would like to welcome everyone to our Hubleto Dev Academy. Today's lesson is lesson number 1. It's Introduction to the Hubleto. Welcome to our webinar. On today's agenda, we have, it's pretty straightforward. The whole webinar will be around 60 to 80 minutes, maybe even more if it will be necessary. First of all, we'll make some introduction to the Hubleto Dev Academy. What is it? What is it about? What is the mission and vision about it? Then we will dive into the Hubleto with our experts and their input. We'll be talking about what is the Hubleto, how this works, and we'll learn some first-hand experiences, for examples of working with the Hubleto. As I am today's moderator, I will be also checking our chat, so I will be writing and checking for the questions there as well. And last but not least, the final few minutes will be dedicated to the upcoming sessions and webinars, so we'll see what's next. So let's talk a little bit about today's speakers. Besides me, there are two great guys that I know for some time. It's Dusan and Richard. Dusan is lead Hubleto consultant with pretty large, big experience in Hubleto and other ERP and CRM frameworks. He talked about seniority. He's doing this for more than 12 years, so congrats to that. And also the speaker number 2 will be Richard, which is also PHP expert with over 2 years of working with Hubleto, so pretty good starting lineup, I believe. So that's everything about the intro. So speakers, let's engage. And I believe Dusan will be the first, so I will stop right now. And Dusan, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Marcel, for this great introduction. It's my pleasure and honor to start this Hubleto Developer Academy, which is a series of webinars that with the goal to learn and to teach how to work with Hubleto and how to develop CRM solutions or even ERP solutions quickly and easily. At the beginning, I would like to speak a bit about what is Hubleto, actually. I believe that you already found some information on the internet, so we are active on social networks. We are publishing steadily some information about the product on the website, but it's good to hear it well summarized. So Hubleto is an open source project based on PHP, TypeScript, React, and Tailwind. So I believe all of you here at least have some knowledge in working with PHP as a backend and TypeScript and React on the front-end side. It is a CRM and ERP application, hub, store, platform, ecosystem, or how do you call it? You will learn more, but the basic or the backbone of Hubleto is that it contains a lot of applications, and these are published as free community apps. So Hubleto is easy to install, it's fully customizable, and it's free to use. And in this Hubleto Developer Academy, we will learn how to customize, basically how to develop your custom apps and what are the features of Hubleto and how to effectively reuse all these features that are already bundled in the project. You may find us on LinkedIn, on Reddit, or on GitHub, or on the website. And to get an impression of what we are talking about, so this is the software. This is the screenshot from the software showing the details of a project, which is a part of the app called projects, obviously. So you can see on this screen here on the left side, there is a sidebar listing all the applications or the apps, or you can call it modules. All these apps are listed in the sidebar on the left side, and one of these apps on the bottom side, it's called projects. The goal of this app is to manage the projects in your company, so to say, or the projects of your customer. And you can see it's quite complex. It contains milestones, it contains tasks, a lot of tabs in the form. And this form, as you can see now, is rendered by the Hubleto framework, UI framework, which is based on the React. And well, this is the result. So once you install Hubleto, you will get what you see here. So on the left side, you can see that there are customers, contacts, CRM functionalities, marketing functionalities, sales, productivity, retail, and all other groups. And the whole solution, the whole software looks like what we see now on the screen. And we will be learning throughout the whole academy, throughout many lessons that will be organized. We will be learning how to use what is already existing in Hubleto project and how to customize it and how to create your own apps effectively and quickly. But first step would be to install the solution on your computer, on your local development environment, and this is fairly easy. You can see it on the screen. If you are a PHP developer, you should be familiar with a tool called Composer. You simply run this tool with the command create project, and you pass the name of the project, which is Hubleto/ERP-project in this case. And the first command will download the whole bundle, the whole package to your computer. Then what you need to do as the second step is to initialize Hubleto. Once downloaded, you have to initialize it simply by running the command php hubleto init. And pretty much that's it. So just by running these two commands, you will get full-featured Hubleto with all community apps in your local computer, and you may continue in development or creating your custom apps. And in this first lesson, my colleague Richard will be talking about will be showing how to create an app by using an example of a car rental app. So you can see this is an example how Richard will be starting. So he will be running the command php Hubleto app create, and then we'll give the name of the app, which is car rental. And we will be learning how to do this in more detail. So this is the installation step or installation process, which is fairly easy. In a few minutes, you can have a Hubleto on your computer. And this is how it looks like when you do it. So the first image on the left side shows the composer installing all the prerequisites, all the libraries that are required to run Hubleto. You may spot there are some famous favorite libraries like Eloquent from Laravel or something also from Symfony. So Hubleto is using these famous libraries as well and bundling them together into a full-featured solution. The second picture is about how it looks like when you are initializing the project. So when you run the php Hubleto init command, you will basically see something like on the second picture. And once finished, you will be able to open your Hubleto on your computer using your name as a login or your email address as a login, and then some auto-generated password. And as you can see, the installation process or installation script guides you through how to continue and recommends you to run the php Hubleto create app command to start developing your custom apps. So this is how it looks like when you are installing Hubleto. It takes really a few minutes and you can start playing with that. But the question is, what you get when you install Hubleto? Well, the first idea could be like, okay, I get a bunch of code, a large project, and now the question is what to do with that. But you don't only get the code. You can benefit from having the ready-to-use development ecosystem, for example. So when you create the project, there are several commands, very simple commands to automate your development process. You also get full-featured multi-language CRM solution. So if you will have a customer which needs any CRM and he needs to host it on his own server or to be somehow customized, with Hubleto you can get it in a few minutes, which brings you to new project opportunities. It's really simple to download, install, and deliver a project or the solution to your customer. So super fast time to market, especially for CRM and ERP solutions, is the benefit of Hubleto. And also, as I mentioned, full freedom to customize because it's completely open. There is a developer guide, and we are now organizing this series of webinars to teach you how to implement your custom applications. And well, also powerful React-based UI for data management, which means that many components for data management, like data grids, forms, inputs, they are already bundled with Hubleto, and a skilled developer can use them very quickly and create custom data management features really very quickly. So not to talk much about theory, let's take a look on some code. Let's have some examples how it looks like actually when you will be working with Hubleto in next weeks or months. This is what you will be working with. So some sort of a hello world example here is a controller that renders the list of customers, and this is a code taken from GitHub repository. So this is not a fake. This is a real code which is on GitHub. You can check it out there, and it's very simple. And as you can see here, this is the controller for rendering the view, listing all the customers. So what we can see here on the screen, I used 3 colors. The purple one is showing that there are 3 types of applications. There are community apps which are bundled in the project. There can be also external apps there which are published as GitHub repositories, and you may reuse them using Composer. And there you can also have custom applications which are only for your project. And in this Developer Academy, we will be actually developing these custom applications. So, and then the yellow color means that we are inside the application of customers. And the green color means that we are rendering a list of customers. So you can see that the code is quite clear, quite understandable. So, and this is the backend part, controller rendering the view. And the second example is how the view looks like. What you can see there, especially underlined with the purple line, is the HTML tag called HBR React, which means that in this case, we will be using the predefined or pre-built React-based user interface to render the table with a lot of features for filtering, for sorting, for visualization, or for managing the data, in this case, the list of customers. So you can see that it's really easy to render something very complex, which looks like this. You can see that this is a data grid with plenty of features, rendering a form which is quite complex and covering a lot of information. And honestly, to develop something like this using the Hubleto framework is a very quick task. It's very easy, very quick. And if you combine it with vibe coding, which is also possible, you can really quickly deliver reasonable solutions to your customers. So this is, and I was also now a bit talking about why Hubleto, because, and now you can see few ideas why Hubleto is good to start with, because it is a solid foundation for CRM and ERP development. There is a lot of features inside. There are 3 community applications available that you can reuse also for commercial projects for you. It's easy to use, easy to understand, it's open, the architecture is clean, and the learning curve is fast. It uses modern backend and front end, and is fully customizable and vibe coding positive, which means that to develop custom apps, we even encourage you to use the vibe coding features of any AI agents, because it speeds up the development process a lot. Then I wanted to talk about a bit about this developer's guide. This is a source of information you might be interested in quite a lot in the near future, because here we are publishing well, you can see what core concepts, source code documentation, tips and tricks, the lessons of this certification, installation guides. All these things are well structured in the developer's guide. We are publishing them, and we will be using this guide in the next series of webinars for sure. So I encourage you to take a look on this guide and to learn also from there. Yeah, and from my side, it's all. So once again, I would like to welcome all participants here, all students. I believe that you will learn a lot, and I believe that you will understand how easy it is to start developing a CRM solution, custom CRM solution, self-hosted, fully open, using Hubleto. And I also believe that if you start delivering your solutions to your customers, that it will be a win-win situation to all of you, to all parties. So thank you once again. It's time to start. Welcome to Hubleto Developer Academy. Feel free and don't hesitate to install Hubleto to your computers and start playing with that. Richard, the next speaker, will explain you the details, how, and you will see that it really works. And we are here to help you at any time, so feel free to contact us. To send messages to community forum or via LinkedIn or any other social network. We will be happy to help you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dusan. That was really well said. Thank you for your input. And as I have Dusan already mentioned, Richard, our second speaker, will be joining us right away with his information.
Thank you, Marcel. Yes, so today I will be going through the installation of Hubleto into your local environment, local development environment. And I will also be showing a bit of installing your custom app and creating a model for it. So as we already mentioned, Hubleto is very easy to install, and also the installation is very easy to configure. To install Hubleto, you just need to use these 2 commands that I have on screen right now. That is composer create project and PHP Hubleto init. As you can see on the bottom picture, this is the result of the installation of Hubleto. Next up, what will we do in the installation of Hubleto? We will also install the one app In today's example, we will install the car rental app that we mentioned before. What we will do in the example, we will create one simple model. It will be a list of cars. Then we're gonna install the application and install the model. We will slightly modify the model. We will add few columns and slightly modify them, like changing the name, changing the type of the model, the columns, sorry. And then I will show you some of the features you can do with the app, or in the creation of the app. We will create a table and form React component so we can actually see the data that we have, so we can actually see the list of cars and see the information about the car. On the bottom, you can see the command that we will use to create the app itself after the installation of Hubleto. Feel free to follow if you want to create maybe your own app, but let's move on to the example. I think it's better to show the example right away, so we can so I can show you the whole process of the installation of Hubleto and also installation of the app. So after you download the project from our GitHub, the ERP project, this is the file structure that you will have, and this contains all the necessary files to run your Hubleto instance in your local development environment. As I said before, we will use just one command, and that is php hubleto init to install all the community apps and basically initialize your database for you to use Hubleto in full. So one way to initialize Hubleto is to use this command. This will prompt you with prompts to add your paths, your URLs, your database configuration. But we don't need that. We can also use a command with another argument that adds a file to the end, that adds a YAML doc file as the argument for the command. So here we have the YAM file, which configures the initialization of Hubleto. So as you can see, I already changed some configurations in the file, like the rewrite base, some of the URLs. I also set up my database configuration here, and I also set up some account that will be created during the initialization of Hubleto. Other than that, you can also choose packages to install right away. We have many packages available. You can freely add them all or delete them from this init file. Some of the apps also provide demo data for you. So your Hubleto environment can be filled with some data already. Other than that, this init file or init YAML file can be configured to install some other apps. For example, if we have external apps or some custom apps we want to install, like the car rental app that we will have, it will automatically install them after it installs all the community apps. You can also modify the look, somewhat modify the look of your Hubleto instance by using any themes or your logo in your Hubleto instance. So I'm gonna initialize my Hubleto instance right now. I'm gonna also choose the language because I didn't have it mentioned here. So right now we can see that we are installing and configuring the Hubleto. So right now it's initializing the database by creating all the tables and doing some modifications to the database and the tables. So it's gonna take a bit to install all the apps, right, that are shown here. And also we will wait for the demo data to generate. Right, and we are done with the installation of Hubleto. So let's see the link that we have here. Let's move to the Hubleto instance. So right now I'm just gonna log in with the login information that I set up, and we should now see the whole dashboard of Hubleto. So right now we are free to use Hubleto however you want. These are all the community apps available in Hubleto. So if we want, we can check out all the apps that we have available and all the features of Hubleto if we want to. So let's move on to the creation of our app. So the creation of our app is fairly easy since we can use command-line commands to actually create the app, create the models for it, and also create the React components as I said before in the presentation. So we will create the car rental app. So we can do that just by using this command. And we will name it car rental. So this will insert a new app in the source folder, in the app folder. As we see, we have the car rental app available to us. All the apps use MVC file structure plus components if you want to use them. So as you can see, we have right now we only have controllers and views because we didn't create any models yet. By installing, by creating the app, we have some basic views and controllers for us to use. So for example, like this home view, which will only show some information which I will show later. But first we should modify our some files so we can properly use the app. So I'm just gonna do a bit cleanup so the URLs and the names of the apps are correct. So first I'm gonna go to the manifest YAML, which generally just is for some configurations in the sidebar where the apps all apps are shown. Then I'm gonna go to the loader PHP, which has a router for our app and our models and controllers. So I'm just gonna modify them too. Okay, so right now we should be able to in our Hubleto instance, or we should see our Hubleto our car rental app in the custom tab right here. So if we move to it, we see the view, the home view, which has just some general information about the app creation. So what we can do right now is to create a model for the app, the car rental app. So again, it's very easy to use to create a model. We're just gonna use the command available through the Hubleto CLI. So we're gonna create a model for the car rental app called car. And I'm gonna reinstall the app with the new model. So as you already saw, I'm just gonna zoom in a bit. It created a new folder called models. This created our model, the car model. It created a record manager which contains the descriptions of all the relations that the model has, and then it also created a migration for the car model, which basically describes how the table is gonna be created using MySQL commands. So what we will do, as you can see, it has some description of how the table is gonna be named. It also has some description of the relations, and most importantly, it describes the columns. Right now, the command created some default columns, like the varchar text and a decimal typed column, which we will modify right now. So we're gonna have a name for the car in the varchar type column, then maybe some description, other than these column types, we also have many other column types which are shown here. For this example, we're gonna just use the color column for the car to give it a bit of description, more description. So we're just gonna change this column type. As you can see, columns have some set methods available for them, like set default visible, which makes the column visible in the table, set read only, or set required, and many others that you can discover yourself when you're setting up your app or the model. So for this example, I'm just gonna delete some of them in the other columns, and I'm just gonna need the name to be required. So yeah, this is the simple modification of the model. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete these relations because we don't need them right now. We don't have them connected to any other, the model car is not connected to any other model, so I'm just gonna comment out these relations because we don't need them. So to actually install the model, we also have to make the migration. So we can simply do that. We can basically automate the creation of the migration by using the CLI command we have available. So we can do create migration command. We again need to describe for what app we are doing it and for what model we are creating a migration for. So as you can see, it got automatically filled based on the column description we made in the car model. So right here, it has all the columns we described in the model. I'm just gonna fix this thing, the class name. So and right now we're just gonna install the migration, or like actually execute the migration. So I'm just gonna do another command which is available called migrate, and as we will see, we successfully installed the migration. So for now, we cannot see the data in any way because we have not set up a table for it. So there are actually two ways we can set up a table for this model. We can either use the HTML tag, which creates a default React component for the table as a table. And the next one is to create a form and a table component for the app specifically, or for the model specifically. So first, I'm gonna show the default way, or like the basic way to do it. So I'm just gonna comment down this, and I'm gonna just paste already the HTML table tag here. So this is how it looks like. It's Hubleto React table. And for it to actually work, you need to pass a prop to it called model and use this whole namespace of the model to actually show the data of the model. So let's go back to the car rental view and reload. Also, I forgot to do this, or maybe okay. I'll do something later with the components. But as of right now, you can see that we have the car model ready. So for example, let's do a test run to import to like input a new entry to the table. So we can now see that we have the form here with the data that we inputted into the form. We can also see the entry in the table. So this is the very basic way you can show data and also create the adding of data. This is the most simplest way you can show the data inside your app. The second way is to create a form and table, as I said before, a component, React component, which will allow you to further modify the table and the form. So we're just gonna do that. So to easily, like, again, create the form and the table for table component for your model, you can use again a CLI command called create MVC. Again, we need to specify for which app we are doing it and for which model we are doing creating a components for. So as you can see, we got a few notifications that a code has been inserted in some files. So firstly, the components got created. So we have the form car and table cars components. Then a new controller has been made and a new view has been made where we already have the table React component ready, as you can see. And next, inside the loader PHP, we got a new router link ready specifically for this cars model. And inside the loader, we registered the table component for us to use as the HTML tag for us to use. So here it's. So if we right now we need to rebuild the whole app, so we see the React component inside the view. So we have to run the npm run build. So the npm run build will essentially rebuild all the React components that Hubleto provides, and also will rebuild the components that we just created. And after it's done rebuilding, we will see the table for it. So this is gonna take a while. So we're just gonna have to wait for it. As I said before, in the loader, we registered the React component, which was created here for us. So we register it for us to use in any other twig we want, or like a twig file or a view. So like here, for example, like here. You can use this tag anywhere in your Hubleto instance or like in your new apps. Okay, so it's finishing up right now. So if we go back and reload this page or this view, you should be able to see a new button that's going to take us to directly to the car model. Correct, the car table, sorry. And we see for now, it looks basically the same as the method I showed you previously. You can basically, the table is basically the same and the form is slightly modified, but also the same. Okay, so as I showed you, it looks, for now, it looks basically the same. So for a slight customization, I'm just gonna show that what we can do with the components, like really like simple customization. For example, right now the form is kind of wide and maybe we want it a little bit thinner. So this is the class, the CSS class that uses right now. So I'm just gonna delete the white class, CSS class, and I'm gonna rebuild the components again so we can see the change. But other than that, you can also modify the form itself. You can maybe add a new tab to it. You can change the whole structure of the form, or like you can structure the data however you want. You can also maybe add another table in the form with using other models that are available in Hubleto from the customer apps. I think you can do many things with the customizations of the tables and forms. So let's see the slight change that we have here. So previously the form was very wide and now it's a bit thinner, but the change is visible. So this second method of creating tables and forms or with the React components allows you to modify the forms and the table however you want. But if you want a quick and easy way to show your data, you can just use the previous method I showed using the default Hubleto React HTML tag, which is right here. So this is our app. This is our simple like quick way of creating new models for it. New models for the apps for our Carolentra app. I'm not going to go into much detail. We will have other classes like this, like other webinars like this, to show you how to create apps in detail. So I really hope you come visit us on the next webinars.
Thank you, Richard. It was really nice input from your side. Thank you for the live presentation. It was really enlightening. And once again, it's my time to share the screen for a few moments. Okay, we are returning to this page. There is one more important thing that we'd like to share with you, and this is, sorry, just a moment. Yeah, it's a question and answer time. So now it's your turn to ask us anything. So feel free to whether to raise the hand and not get noticed, or if you do not wish to talk straight to us, feel free to write something to our chat and we will get you the answer, hopefully. But we are sure that the questions and answers will be great, so feel free to ask us anything. So does Hubleto work on all operating systems, or do they need to be on the Windows? Well, that's pretty nice question. I believe Dusan will be the great person to answer this.
Okay. Well, it's a web-based, as we could see. So it's not about where it is installed. It's about where it is used. And you may maintain the server as a Windows server or as the Linux server. So basically, all options are available, I would say.
Hello, everybody. I seen on the web page that Hubleto is work in progress? And when do you expect to have it like all done? First release.
Yeah, so yes, the current status is that we are still in 0 major version, which is sort of a development. But I believe in just few weeks, we will be releasing the version 1. Actually, I thought that we will be ready with the first major version by this webinar, but well, we did not that for some reasons. But I believe that maybe by the next webinar, the version number 1 will be already published.
So that is in next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. As you can see, next lesson will be overview of Hubleto features exactly in 2 weeks' time. So it's same time and same place. And you can also see more info on our LinkedIn, as we'll be sharing the more info about it right now after we're done with this webinar. So we'll be moving forward. Okay, I see there's something new in the chat. On the Hubleto Developer Academy page, I have noticed the heading Learn and Earn. Can you elaborate on this? Is there any central place for developers to sell apps? I believe that I can answer this, or Dusan will give me some additional info. Yes, there is central place for developers to sell apps, but I believe that Dusan can give me a little bit help with this.
Okay. So if you can remember in my presentation, I was speaking about 3 types of applications: the community, which are bundled in the project itself; then the custom applications, which are something related to only to your project. What we have seen has been created by Richard. And the third type is external apps, which are applications created by the external developers, published as GitHub repositories. And from these, we are going to create an sort of an app store, which is not ready yet, but the development ecosystem, or the environment, or the architecture, or how do we call it, it exists. It is already already you can use external applications. The only thing what is missing is something like app.hubleto.eu website, which will be showing all the applications together. But the principle already works. The only thing what is missing is having all these applications promoted on a single place.
I'm interested in Hubleto certified developer course. Great to hear this. What is your plan for that? There is also mentioned ability to work with real customers here. Yes, there's exactly what we are aiming for. We are planning to prepare the whole certification process. It's already work in progress. We have nearly completed the first level. There will be 3 levels of certification in total, and Richard or Dusan can give me some additional info if this is necessary. Feel free to give some additional info about the development program.
Yes. Thank you, Watcher. Yeah, well, actually, we are already in the certification process right now. So this webinar and the other webinars that we will be organizing throughout the year is the part of the certification program. So this is the part of the certification program, and after attending to these lessons, there will be a sort of an exam or quiz or something similar, which will then be required to pass in order to get the certificate. And once certified, the certified students will get the knowledge about how to quickly develop and effectively develop CRM solutions for their customers. So the monetization of this knowledge, or this knowledge will be right away in your hand. You can look on your or find your customers and create your custom projects, even commercial. And we will be happy to help you make this the most effective way.
To get the certificate, one only needs to pass the end exam. Is attendance in the webinars mandatory? I believe that it's easy to answer this. Attendance is not strictly mandatory, but it's really welcomed because you will get more additional infos. You can get to connect with us, with the developers and the other guys behind the Hubleto, so we can ask them anything, and it is even more valuable with the webinars, I believe.
Yes, and if I may add something here as well. So the idea of the webinars is not only to teach you and then say your goodbye, but also is to build a community to do networking. So by attending to these webinars, we can introduce ourselves together. We are like a class here. But to answer your question, and also as Marcel mentioned, it is not really mandatory to be here, but here you will get some interesting insights to the Hubleto development.
In the meantime, I would like to say something about the upcoming lesson, which will be, as I mentioned already, in 2 weeks' time. This is lesson number 2, overview of the Hubleto features. So we will dive deeply into Hubleto and see all the features that are currently available and what we can do with these features. So it is again Wednesday in the 2 weeks' time, so 27th of May. Time is 2:30 p.m. UTC plus 2, so it's exact same time like this session. So everyone is welcomed, and I believe that we can probably slowly come to an end with today's webinar. It was great to have you everyone here for the first lesson today, and we hope it brings you a lot of interesting informations about Hubleto and how to use it, what is it, and some info about us, about developers behind it. And I hope that we will see each other in 2 weeks' time. It was great talking to Dusan and Richard, and also to everyone who was attending this webinar. And I believe that it's time to say goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, and bye, everybody.